Hi everyone, this is Nathan from the ebookreader.com. For this video I thought I'd go ahead and compare the BlackBerry PlayBook with the Nook Color. Despite the fact they are very different price-wise, they kind of have a lot of the same features. So the Nook Color obviously starts about, it's $250 or $225 refurbished, and the PlayBook is $500, so the Nook's about half as much. Let me walk through some of the different advantages of the PlayBook and the Nook here. So the first thing is they have the same size screen. They both have 7-inch screens, and they both have 1024 by 600 pixel resolutions. That does come down to I loaded up some of the same images on both, and the PlayBook definitely has better color. It's got a lot, I don't know if it's going to show up well on the camera, but both of them brightness turned up all the way here. It's got more color, there's more brightness to it. There's a definitely more hues, so the PlayBook gets the advantage in the screen. Obviously, since it's more expensive, it gets the advantage in a lot of areas. It's got the video cameras on front, video camera on back. The Nook doesn't have any video cameras. It also doesn't have any mics, where this one it has a couple of microphones. So this one has got speakers here on the front, so it kind of projects the sound out. And the Nook Color's got a speaker on the back. It gets kind of muffled, but when you got a case for it, they got these cases. It's got this indentation there, and it kind of projects the sound out. One thing with the Nook wins, it's got a micro SD card slot. The PlayBooks do not have any kind of expansion. Alright, so otherwise the Nook's got this hardware button, this home button down here, and it's also got volume buttons there. It's got a headphone jack and a power button on the side. Whereas the PlayBook, it's got some volume buttons up there as well, the power button. It doesn't have home button because everything is used with gestures. So that's the main thing about the PlayBook. It's got this multitasking setup. You can just go between different apps. So the Nook, it runs Android 2.2 with this latest update. This is the one with the latest update where they have the App Store. So both app stores right now, they really don't have a whole lot of app selection, so that's kind of something common ground. Guess I need to turn Wi-Fi on for this review, huh? Okay, so the Nook, they have this set up so it's really more for this mode for some reason. This thing, the PlayBook, they have it set up mostly so for landscape mode. So like if you turn it this way, those windows still stay in, you know, they still stay for landscape mode. So yeah, the PlayBook's definitely designed more to be in landscape mode, where the Nook's designed more to be in portrait mode, because like when you read books and such, you can't even rotate to landscape mode actually with the Nook, where you can with the PlayBook. It's got the Kobo Books app. So, okay, let me show you some differences with the browser. The PlayBook has a dual-core Texas Instrument processor. The Nook has, I think it's an 800 gigahertz processor. So the one thing that's most noticeable about that is the web browser is super fast with the PlayBook. Loading new windows is super fast. And then with the Nook, it does have a little bit more lag in that regard. And then zooming isn't quite as smooth. It does have a little bit more lag to it. Once it gets loaded though, it's usually more smooth than it is initially, but the PlayBook is just like super smooth. Okay, so when it comes to playing video, both devices do a good job of that. They're nice and smooth. Obviously the PlayBook screen's a little bit brighter and has a little bit more detail. It also has HDMI out. The PlayBook has an HDMI out, so you can hook it up to your TV, where the Nook, it doesn't have any HDMI out. Both support Adobe Flash for video, so that's kind of a tie in that area. As far as pre-installed apps, the BlackBerry comes with some more at this point. So like they both have, you know, they both have music apps. They both have some games that come with it, and they both have music. This one has Slacker, and this one has Pandora. And you also have your regular audio player for MP3s and such as well. So, like for this has maps. The Nook doesn't have maps unless you go to the browser. Sort of the same stuff. This has YouTube. Nook doesn't have YouTube unless you go to the browser. So it's kind of just a different setup as far as the tablet setup goes. But the biggest advantage with the Nook, despite being half as much, is you can run custom ROMs on it, you can hack it, you can install a whole bunch of different versions of Android on it, which is what I'm going to show you right now. Hold on. Okay, so I installed the micro SD card on the Nook Color and powered it back on for the Honeycomb ROM. All it is a ROM on a memory card. It doesn't require any hacking or anything. You just take the memory card out and you're back to your stock Nook. So this is what I was saying with the Nook's major advantage is that it has all the ROMs and roots, all this different stuff you can install from the Android market using these ROMs, whereas the PlayBook is limited to its own store right now. It's supposed to be getting an emulator for Android in the future, but that is one of the cool things right now with the Nook Color having so much support for being able to run ROMs and hacks and roots and all that stuff. So yeah, that's one of the major advantages at this point of the Nook Color, even for being a budget tablet. The Nook Color is not lightning fast or anything, but it is good enough for playing these types of games. I've got a racing game on there as well. The PlayBook has this racing game where it shows off its speed, Need for Speed, Underground, and then so with the Nook, you've got games for your Android market. Once you install the emulators on here, you have a lot more, or not the emulators, the ROMs. You have a lot more options for apps than what BNN gives through their stock store. So that's just some things to consider when you're looking to get a new tablet or something in the budget category. The Nook definitely offers some definite advantages in that category. So like I was saying, you can install a bunch more apps via the market with the ROMs installed than you can with just the stock Nook Color. So they both got racing games available, obviously, the Nook through the Android market here. Just some of the kind of games you can get with these tablets. So the PlayBook has Need for Speed. Comparably, the graphics aren't that great on this level of Need for Speed. There's some other levels that actually look a lot better. But this is kind of what the graphics look like on this version. I think there might actually be an updated version of this game too. Okay, so that's just kind of a look at some of the different differences between the Nook Color and the BlackBerry PlayBook. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this review right now. I know there's a lot of stuff I didn't cover, but this video is already getting pretty long. I'll have more stuff, more details included in the written review with some screenshots. Thank you for watching.